adding near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine. But the reality is, it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. Did you get this? Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy Mae Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
On-Site Care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-Site Care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, On-Site Care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-Site Care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roane State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Every holiday season, you make plans. On Thanksgiving, you plan a meal. On Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you plan to get good deals. And on Giving Tuesday, plan to give. There's so many ways you can make a difference. Volunteer. Help your neighbor. Give to charity. Say thank you to someone who has changed your life. This Giving Tuesday, let's show how big we can go and how much we can give. On Thanksgiving, we give thanks and demonstrate our gratitude. On Giving Tuesday, we give back and demonstrate our generosity of spirit. Join the movement. Be part of the change. Celebrate and encourage giving.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
On-site care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-site care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy Mae Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law, 865-546-1111, and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Football is back, and OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy Mae Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.
Beautiful yards make a statement. And beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
On-site care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-site care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roan County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. Did you get this? Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roan County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
And welcome to tonight's free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show. Second round of the playoffs. Big night for Oak Ridge. Big night for Anderson County. Big night for Coalfield. And huge night for Oliver Springs. hopefully to get these coaches on the phone here shortly, talk to them about their success so far in the postseason, and see if we can iron out who is who's gonna win the Oak Ridge Powell game, who's gonna win the Greenville Anderson County game. I will say it was a great atmosphere tonight. I thought the TV and the rain might hold the crowd away, but the crowd was awesome tonight at Anderson County. The atmosphere was awesome. So it's playoff football. It's time to get the season going. It's time to separate the contenders from the pretenders and see what happens here. So we would like to thank Free Medical Clinic for sponsoring the Friday Night Scoreboard. They've been with us all year. They serve over 14,000 people in Anderson, Morgan, and Roane County that qualify for no-charge primary care, and you could be one of them. Go to fmcor.org to find out how to get a no-charge medical care. So I think the biggest surprise of the night was the way Science Hill beat Farragut.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, huge win for Science Hill. I think everybody thought we'd get a Farragut-Maryville rematch, and that's not going to happen. Oak Ridge, from my understanding, someone might want to call and tell us about it, but they go down the field, they're getting ready to punch it in, and they fumble the football, and McMahon drives it down, and I think maybe had a blocked field goal attempt from what we could gather coming in. So big game there. Anderson County's going in to score to make it a 11-point ball game. They fumble. Elizabethton decides to run it 3 times with under 2 minutes and 98 yards. And of course, they get a safety on 4th down. But I thought Anderson County was much better than Elizabethton.
Yeah, I did tonight. Yeah, there was definitely some questionable. I mean, Anderson County ran the ball at will, so.
Yeah, Anderson County ran it at will. They picked up a couple big 3rd downs, but the way that game was going in the first and second quarter, I thought it would be a 42-21 ball game. Yeah. Never thought it would come down to Anderson County having to get a stop to win that football game.
Yeah.
I think they're much better football team than Elizabethton. I think they're more talented. I think they showed that in the first half. Elizabethton really didn't have an answer either for the passing game of Anderson County. When Martinez had time, he was able to connect with his wide receivers, picked up two big 3rd downs on big pass plays, one to a Russell kid and I think one to an Owens kid. Or I can't remember their names. But a couple big plays there. As far as that goes, we'll get some next week matchups for you all as we go along here into the show. Sorry for the late. We did go to the Anderson County game, so we got a little bit of late start to come here tonight. But we look forward to a good show.
There's a video right here that's Oak Ridge.
So it looks like Gatlinburg-Pittman and Alcoa will face each other again here soon. Giles County eliminates Loudon tonight. Knox-Webb does beat Davidson Academy. I think Knox-Webb now gets a matchup with David Lipscomb, if I remember correctly. So
Greenville at Anderson County next week. That's a big one.
You think?
Yeah, winner will win the state there.
So you think whoever wins the Greenville Anderson County game is a shoe-in for a state championship?
I believe so in Class 4A.
What about the other teams? You don't even know who they are.
Page is, well, no, it's 5A. Page.
You don't even know who they are. Can't make predictions when you don't know who they are. Look it up first.
I'm just that confident.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Anderson County won 30-24.
Buddy, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say? Yes, sir. Big win for the Mavericks. Thank you. I hope that young man got to see that game. It was an exciting football game, more exciting than I thought it should have been or could have been. So, Mr. Jones, if you've got Oliver Springs' coach's number, see if he'll call us. Big win for them tonight. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, fellas. I'm telling you, it's like a dream come true. We get Oliver Springs Cofield matchup in the third round. I would be surprised if the TSSAA doesn't set records on ticket sales Friday night in Cofield.
Hey, and we'll go back to the Cofield Oliver Springs thing, but did you see, and I did not get to see this, was brought to my attention tonight, did you see anything that was posted on Facebook by Walker Valley about them losing money last week hosting a home playoff game against Carnes?
I did. They split the ticket sales with the team they played, of course. Actually, TSSAA takes half the total. And then after they split, because they have to split the remainder with the visiting team and the home team, yes, there was a net loss on both sides of that game, is what I understand.
So is what happens? So if you bring in $1,000 in ticket sales,
TSSAA gets $500 off the top, and then Oliver Springs gets $250 and Cofield gets $250.
Okay, then who pays for the officials? TSSAA?
I'm unsure.
Yeah, I wondered how the breakdown happened. I heard about that, like I said, this evening, and it said basically, I guess, after they paid security and everybody they had to pay to work, they lost money hosting a home playoff game. Is that correct?
That's what I understood, yes.
Okay.
$200 and something in the hole is what I understood.
So does that tell you we have a flawed system, or we have too many people in the playoff, or too many teams in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, if you look around, and this is another thing that I looked up that was we kind of went along with that same Facebook post that you're talking about, and the highest other state that I can find that does the same kind of ticket sales split in the playoffs as TSSAA does is 22% in Florida.
And that's the highest?
That's the highest I could find.
And so what you're saying is
TSSAA takes 50% of all ticket sales and jacks the price up to $10 in the playoffs.
So the price goes to $10, and then they take $5, and the other schools get $250 each.
That's correct.
And what you're saying is in Florida, they're at 22% of the ticket sale.
Yes, and then the two schools split the remainder of that.
My only question to that would be, I wonder if the school that's hosting has to pay the officials. You know, there might be some things there, but that's very interesting. Hey, did you read the story today about NIL deals for high school kids?
No, I have not seen anything about that, and I sure hope it don't happen.
It said 319 Tennessee high school administrators voted in favor of NIL deals for high school athletes.
That's insanity. I mean, who's going to manage the money? Their parents? I mean,
I'm not sure how many high schools are in the state, but 319 were in favor of that.
I just don't see that. I don't understand it in any way. I mean, who's to say right now if high-profile high school quarterback, his dad owns a business, why wouldn't he be able to? I mean, back in the day when Reno's Sporting Goods was in, I mean, that kid played ball locally, and he did commercials for Reno's when Reno's was in business for years. But, I mean, that's your parents. But if you're getting paid to do it, I mean, I just don't see that being a thing.
The sad thing is just
the way college football is going in that direction, who knows, man, where that trickle-down effect is going to stop.
I don't know. It's a road that is a scary road. I heard the offense coordinator of Furman say about 10 or 12 years ago, if 7-on-7 ball turns in to what AAU basketball is, the Furmans and UTCs of the world will have a hard time competing and sliding kids in their direction because they've out-recruited a bigger school. And if you look at that, he's exactly right.
I mean, I just to step back just for a second, though, what we were talking about on the ticket sales. Think about the team that travels. You're chartering 2 buses. You're paying the driver. You're feeding the kids. Surely you're feeding the kids on the way home. I mean, what's more expensive? Chartering those buses and traveling from, Rome Mountain to Coalfield and back, and paying the drivers and the food and getting your cheerleaders down there. And I mean, or is it more expensive to host the game and pay the officials and security? I mean, that's like 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, in my opinion.
Yeah, so just looking at the overall, the 2021 football playoff, there's a really good pie graph on Twitter that Tito Display tried to reach out, I guess, to someone on there. And basically what it was, last year, the gross revenue was $1.7 million. The member schools, which are the teams hosting and the teams playing, were paid out $868,000 of that. The officials made $178,000 of it. TWSBA made $255,000 of it, and the insurance for those events were paid, and that was $434,000 of it. So 25% of that money is insurance money on the gross revenue of the playoffs. So when you look at it that way, it does change it a little bit. And Drew Atkins is the Walker Valley head football coach that I think went public and talked about this. So basically, TLSWA reached out to him and said, hey, here's exactly where the money goes. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, but you look at it this way, too. You know, you've got an Oak Ridge Powell matchup next week. You got a Science Hill Maryville matchup coming up. I'm not sure who West is going to have. Who's West play this week coming up?
West actually, I think, plays Davy Crockett.
Daniel Boone.
Or Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone.
Okay, and Daniel Boone, man, they're playing some heck of a. They must. I think they've just got a stud player up there. He's got. Don't they have one of those running back types that that team out had just a couple of years ago that beat Oak Ridge, basically running the ball. Or let's just use Carnes for example.
Not quite a Bishop, but they got a stud running back.
They do, right. But, I mean, when you come up against a West team like that, then one player is not going to be able to win a game like that. And then you got Coalfield and Oliver Springs. So when you're talking about the crowds that these games are going to bring, that really has to affect the total outcome. Because, I mean, if you're selling 2,500 tickets or 3,000 tickets, I mean, you've got a lot more opportunity to make money there. What if Walker Valley? I mean, what if they sold 300 tickets at the gate? You know, what if that team just didn't travel well and they didn't have a good show out? I saw where the local paper in Science Hill put out an article calling the fans out in Science Hill talking about your team's showing up and you're not. You know, I mean, that came out in the local paper up there.
Absolutely. So let's go back to what you called about here originally. If Coalfield, Oliver Springs, great season. But, man, you got to figure out some way to pull out all the stops to make up those 50-plus points last time.
Well, I mean, I think if you look it up, I want to say Oliver Springs was penalized a little over 20 times in that game. So, I mean, you clean it up, and couple of those, 3 of those, I think, were third down conversions plays where they could have gotten stops against Cofield and gotten the ball back, and it allowed drives to continue. I mean, I compare that to, making an error when you got 2 outs and you hit it to the shortstop, and the shortstop makes an error, and you give that team a 4th out. That'll beat you more times than it won't.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I think those are very comparable comparisons. And early in that game, Oliver Springs kept some Cofield drives alive when they could have had Cofield stopped for a punt situation and gave them, Cofield came to the line on 3rd and 4 and got Oliver Springs to jump or get a personal foul call or, a self-inflicted wound for Oliver Springs. It was a lot of that. So you clean a lot of that up, that game gets a lot closer, a lot faster than you think.
The line's going to be 28 points. Who are you taking?
I would agree with that. But I don't think it's going to be no 50 points. I can tell you what I don't want to see. I don't want to see either team coming in playing chippy or dirty or anything like that. I want to see a good, clean, hard-fought football game.
Too much on the line to do that. If it gets chippy, that game can end bad, and you don't want that to happen. That's
right.
One team's going to be playing in the in the semifinals. So
that's right, and you can't be having a player get ejected in the first quarter and then that take him out of the first half of your next game, no matter who you are, Cofield or Oliver Springs. Absolutely. Because I'm guessing, I would bet, there's a big time on it that it's going to be a trip to Gordonsville in round 4.
Ooh, that's a tough one right there. Hey, call our lines are lighting up. Call us back. We're going to talk UT football here in about 30 minutes.
Sounds good. See you, fellas. Bye.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
What's down, boys?
How we doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm better after Tuesday, hearing that you won your election there. Congratulations.
I did. Thank you. I appreciate that. I did. I hear you guys say AC looked pretty good tonight.
Well, AC looked good in the first 2 quarters. Came out in the 3rd quarter up 20-7. Delay a game on the first play from scrimmage. They get a 3 and out. I think Betsy comes down and scores, makes it 20-14. Anderson County comes back and gets 3 big 3rd downs with Martinez's arm. Goes for 2 to make it 28-14. And then Betsy kind of bowed their neck a little bit. Defense took over, got a 3 and out. They got a score, get another stop about the 50, and get a big punt return. And probably the biggest call of the game, David, it was 4th and 3 on the 17 with 7 minutes to go in the game, and Betsy kicks a field goal instead of going for it. And then they give the ball back to Anderson County. Anderson County runs 6 minutes off the clock, and Anderson County fumbles the ball on the 2-yard line. So to set the scene for you, Anderson County has Elizabeth has the football on the 2. 2 minutes to go, 98 yards to go. Guess what they did on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down?
Oh, they ran it.
Ran it. So, it's hard to question a guy who's won state championships, but it was an interesting way to end the game.
And then 4th down, quarterback runs for his life, gets sacked in the end zone.
Safety. Yeah.
Anderson County just, everybody says Elizabeth is not that good this year, but Anderson County just struggles with them a little bit, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But David, if you look at the talent level on those 2 teams, I really thought that game, Jesse called me. He said, hey, what's it looking like up there? He obviously picked Elizabethan. And I said, it wasn't a good pick. I said, this game's going to be 40-something to 14 or 40-something to 20. But, man, Elizabethan had some fight in them. I'll still stand behind what I said last week. Anderson County is the best team in 4A that I've watched. And I've watched Elizabeth and I've watched Greenville. I've watched Anderson County a couple times, and they are the best team in 4A.
Well, I'm sure that team that's going to come to Anderson County next Friday night probably would dispute you a little bit on that, I think.
And I'll probably get a text from Coach Spradlin, but Anderson County's more dynamic. Anderson County can run the ball, they can throw the ball, and Greenville is I think Greenville, after watching them, they're more. They rushed for 370 yards.
They rushed for 317 yards in the first half against Gibbs tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think me and you could rush for 150 against Gibbs.
I don't know about me.
So, yeah. But Oak Ridge, did you hear what happened to Oak Ridge? They win tonight on a blocked field goal after they fumbled going in to score.
Yeah, I had somebody sending me some breakdowns on the scores of them to me down here, and I was getting it quarter by quarter there. So, yeah, I seen that. I didn't know that it was a blocked field goal, though. I just was getting the score info as it was coming in from the ball game tonight. So I appreciate Gary doing that.
Well, they did the same thing Anderson County did. They went down there to the McMinn County goal line and fumbled the football.
David, I think the big game up here, outside of Powell and Oak Ridge and Anderson County Greenville, is the Oliver Springs Coalfield.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a huge game. There'll be a crowd there next week. You're going to be able to get miles of that place. I don't think you will be able to get miles from Anderson County. So we'll see what happens next week. Hey, if we're going to have the show, let me know. Whatever y'all decide is fine with me.
Okay, and I'll let you know if we're going to have a show next week. Brad, we'll announce that a little bit later. But the Coalfield Oliver Springs game will be the OEB playoff game of the week next Friday night.
That'll be a good one. That's all I got to say. That'll be a good one.
It will be.
It's a game, though, that somebody ain't got a big enough place they can play to actually get all the fans in that would like to come see that game in person. But I know you want to keep that home field advantage, and I don't blame Coalfield for wanting to keep it. But, hey, I heard you talking there a minute ago about the officials. Doesn't TSSAA pay the officials?
They do. TSSAA does pay the officials.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And I understand the guy's argument. That is a big difference when you start looking at the splits. And the pie graph, the graph is what it is and the numbers are what they are. But you wonder if you could get that same graph from a Florida and a Georgia. Just to see how that works. And I know, Jody's texts me and says the catastrophic insurance money, that's $400,000+. But that's a that's a hefty pull.
Yeah, it is, and I just wonder what for Carnes. I guess they didn't travel well. I guess the home team didn't have a good crowd neither. That sound about right. Am I right?
Yeah, but if you go look across the state in the first round, I don't know that many people are making much money in the first round of the playoffs. I think just the Walker Valley guy decided to step out and say something. But that goes back to, do we need 7 or 6 classifications in public and 3 in private?
Well, we probably don't, but that's what it's going to be for 2 more years anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, one of my best friends, his son, and I want you to hear this before you get off, his son is playing in a 7A first-round playoff game, in Georgia.
Yeah.
They drew the short straw and have to play at 5:30 tomorrow. Not tonight. Tomorrow, because they don't have enough officials to work the Georgia State playoffs.
Not enough officials to work the playoffs?
Not enough officials. There was 5 teams in the Cobb County, Fulton County area that had home games that we're going to have to play on Saturday. And out of all the games in the area that official group was covering, they were one of the ones that drew a straw that had to play at 5:30 on Saturday.
Well, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, guys. People keep abusing them. And I hate to say this because I got some coaches that are good friends, but coaches keep abusing them. And for the money, I don't know what they make down there. We just use what they make up here. They don't make enough, probably. And they're just, I think a lot of people are tired of the abuse, and, it's not enough money. And a lot of these officials, especially in basketball, you call 2 games for one price. You go call 1 college game, make the same amount of money. So you go call the small college game. You don't have to pull 2 high school basketball games, and you don't have to worry about the craziness out of the crowd like you do from a high school game. So we're creating this problem ourselves, and until I got no idea what the answer is, but we got to do something.
Absolutely. Hey, we've got Coach Gillum and Coach Lambert both calling in. I didn't know they were on hold.
Hey, get them. I'll talk to you next week.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, caller, you on the air.
Hey, Ben Downs, principal at Anderson County High School.
How about those Mavs?
How about those Mavs, baby?
A little closer than I was expecting there at halftime, but big win for the Mavs, and good night to be a part of the herd there.
Absolutely. Great night, great fans. Had a good night. We did it when we had to, and, it was all night. And, we played that way all year. It's been consistent all year, big boy football, and that's what it was tonight.
Coach Downs, when you have a big game like that and everything is going on that's going on, do you think about not letting the TV show up and do a game in that situation, or is Anderson County fans and Elizabethton fans travel so well? We're talking about the Tito Esblay thing that came out from Walker Valley about losing money. And that's why I ask you that question. Does TV, that don't bother a school like Anderson County, does it?
No. We invite those guys. Matter of fact, they're coming back next week for the Greenville game. They're going to be here at the end of the day when Tito Esblay gets 50%. We're about showcasing our kids and what we do here in Anderson County. And, we're going to bring those guys back, and they've always got a welcome here at the high school.
Gotcha. The deal was behind his thing, his logic was he lost money hosting a playoff game. And I think your fan base is so strong. And Elizabethton's tonight, they brought a good crowd down here to watch that football game.
Yes, and they always do. Next week will be even bigger. But, even last week, it wasn't against Seymour. It wasn't a great gate, but I think we, it was around if I remember right, Cox, it was around a $7,000 or $8,000 gate. Now, the time you pay everything out, wasn't a ton, but still, our fans are spectacular. Our community always supports, so that's never an issue here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Greenville comes to town next week. That's going to be a dogfight, but I've said all along for the last week and a half, I really feel like Greenville this year is not as good as Anderson County. So hopefully the Mavs come out on top next Friday night.
We're looking forward to it. It's a lot like Tennessee, Alabama. They've kind of had our number, and they're the king till you beat the king. You got to get over the hump, and, we're looking forward to the challenge, and we'll see what happens. Hey, I do have Davey Gillum and Tony Lambert here near me if you want to speak to one of those guys.
Absolutely. Give the phone to Coach Lambert. We've not talked to him on this show in several years.
You want to talk to Gillum or Lambert?
Lambert first. We'll take Gillum second.
All right, hold on just a second. He's coming to you.
Hello?
Coach Lambert, Jonathan Cox here. We're on the Friday night scoreboard down here at BBB Channel 12. Big win for your kids tonight. Big stop there at the end.
Oh, yeah. It was great. Actually, that's Coach Chavell made that call. And we kind of tried to put our heads together there. Matt Sloan up in the box said, hey, I think we can hit him in the A-gap. Just a great effort on our staff. And those guys had our guys ready to play. Elizabethton's a great football team, well coached. Just really proud of our kids tonight.
Hey, talk about the Anderson County community. You were there for a while. You stepped away, had a very successful coaching career up at Oneida. Now you're back. Talk a little bit about the buzz for Anderson County football and everything that's kind of going on at that school in the community.
Well, it's Anderson County's special place. Anybody that's ever been a part of it, been around it,
it's not just cliche when you say it's great to be a part of the herd. It's real. And, I think the thing that sets Anderson County apart from everybody else is they truly, as a community, as a school, the administration, they really try to put the kids first. They try to make it a great environment for them. And, it's always been that way. It was when I was here previously before with Coach Kerr. What an awesome job he did here. Now Coach Gillum has taken this thing and, just it's exploded. And but it's the community. I mean, that's the buy-in. And I look around, so many things have changed here, facilities, all those things, and it's just been phenomenal. But here's one thing I always say. Anybody knows me, I say it's not about places, it's about people. And it's the people that make this place what it is.
Absolutely. Well, you do have a good principal, that's for sure.
I got an awesome principal. I can promise you. I got the best.
Absolutely. Hey, and I'll say this, just to make sure I give you some credit. Chadwell couldn't have made that call the last 2 or 3 years without you, and tell him I'll stand behind that.
I know better than that. He's been great. Coaching a lot of these guys back in those days and now getting to work with them, it's been special. It's really been special to me.
Absolutely. We don't want you to show your age, so let's put Coach Gillum on the phone, and congratulations, Coach. Hey, I know a guy up 81 that wishes you'd stayed at Catholic. He told me that a couple weeks ago.
Well, I enjoyed my time there. Thankful for that, but, man, it's great to be here, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, Spradlin was on you the other day.
Who was it?
I said Coach Spradlin was on you the other day.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
All right, buddy.
Gillum's coming.
All right. Did he say Coach Gillum was on there?
Yeah, he said he's coming.
Okay.
Gillum.
Okay.
Hello.
Coach Gillum, you're on the free medical clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'd have been here a little earlier if he holds on to that ball and felt a little better. I had to stay a little bit longer. So glad you got that win.
Yeah, relieving just to get it over with. Boys played hard, but knock guys like them or Greenville out, you got to go take it from them. As long as there's a second on the clock, those guys will be swinging.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, talk a little bit about your players and some of your kids that played well tonight. I know a lot of people were at other games and now tuned in. Go through and give some kids a shout out here before we hop off the line.
Really, about all of our kids played well. I mean, it's hard to beat a team like that with just one or two players playing well. They're just way too good for that. But, Walker Martinez was just lights out as always. I limited the throws, just shortening the game, trying to make get our O-line and our running backs involved. But O-line dominated the whole game. They were awesome. H-backs, Eli Davis, Gavin, and Andrew Meyer were physical, just cleaning things up. And Gavin and Nick Moog both had big games running the ball. Bryson Val had some huge catches to move the chains, and he was drawing double and triple coverage a lot, and we played off of that. And Braden Miller had some huge catches early to keep drives alive on 3rd and 10s and things like that, catching in traffic, taking contact. Tate Russell had a big touchdown on we put some pressure on him by pushing Bryson Val vertical with him, and Bryson ended up drawing double coverage and helping open Tate up a little bit. But really, they all played well. Walker was close to flawless and couldn't ask much for the offense side of the ball. Defensively, my DL and linebackers were awesome, controlled the line of scrimmage, physical. Eli Nelson, and then Gavin and Eli Davis and Nick Moog and Andrew Meyer at the linebacker level were awesome. My corners were about shut down with Tate Russell and Jermaine Allen, but they squeaked in a couple of freebies on us in the middle of the game and turned it from a potential runaway to a nail-biter at the end. We had a couple of young guys filling in and that are really good players for us that busted a couple of coverages. And they got a couple of free touchdowns out of it and turned it into a nail-biter. But really, overall, we all just played real well, and the big thing is we were physical and just fought tooth and nail the whole time. So couldn't be a lot more proud of them, the way they're playing and the way we won, and the competitive spirit this group of boys has got. So that'll be a bigger challenge next week, but I think we'll be up to it.
One thing that, just watching that game tonight and how it played out, I thought Martinez's throws on, I think he made 2 or 3 straight third down conversions there in the fourth quarter when y'all went down. I think he hit Russell in the end zone there, maybe third quarter when he hit Russell for that touchdown pass. There was some big pickups there. And when these close playoff games, you got to be able to keep moving the chain and putting points on the board. So, hey, Coach, congratulations. I know everybody around will be there next Friday night. Big game. Best of luck to you.
It'll be a similar game. Walker, he's close to flawless, and winning football isn't an equation of going out there and throwing it 40, 50 times, and we understand that. So when we take shots, are calculated. But when you got a guy in there that is 75, 80% completions, and these aren't fast screens, but pushing the ball down the field 30, 40 yards, you couldn't say enough about him. And to do it again and again on third and long, so he's a big-time football player. But at the end of the day, this game and next game is going to come down to, players have got to make plays, but everybody's going to be well coached. Everybody's going to be tough and good, and, some people are going to step up and make plays, and, I think we got some kids ready for that.
Absolutely. Coach, thanks again, and good luck next Friday night.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Coach Harper.
What's going on, guys? How are y'all?
Well, buddy, first off, I'm extremely sorry that the Anderson County principal called, and we talked to him, Coach Lambert, and Coach Gillum all there. So I'm extremely sorry you had to wait for 10 minutes on us.
No, I know those guys. I know I'm surprised I'm not still waiting, to be honest. I know they like to talk a little football, too.
Yes. Well, you know
Congratulations to them guys, man. That's a big win for Anderson County. I know they've been knocking on that door for a little while.
Absolutely. Coach, congratulations to you. Talk a little bit about your team and, that road trip that you went on, and then the road trip next week, I should say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Long bus ride today. We went on a long bus ride earlier this year, third game of the year at Gordonsville, and so I think that was a good thing for preparation. We understood how to deal with a long trip, and we got a bunch of young kids. There's no doubt about that. They've grown up over the course of the year, and so I'm just really, really proud of them. They come in. We talked about it all week. The element does not matter. Both teams have to play in it, and I never heard it from the time we unloaded to the end of the game. Now, at the end of the game, they were talking about how muddy they were and all that stuff, but I never heard it one bit during the game, and I told them that's what I wanted to do. We was worried about playing the game of football.
Absolutely. Coach, talk about a few of your players who stood out for you tonight, who played well for you.
Well, I got to start off defensively. Our defensive line, and we had some linebackers step up, and they line up and just run it at you over and over and over. And we told them they're not just playing a football game tonight. We're basically going up here, going 4 rounds of fighting. And I thought we did a great job being the more physical football team. I was really, really proud of that. Offensively, we had a couple guys stand out. Kane Gooch threw a couple touchdown passes early on to get us started, and then Dakota Atkins and Jackson Jett had some long touchdown runs. So we was able to use our athleticism even on a wet field. So I was just proud of our guys. Only having 3 seniors dressing right now, and to be able to come up here and against a tough opponent, has been here several years in a row, and so just proud to get a win. Headed back to Oz with a win. That's all you're doing at this time of year. You're trying to survive and advance.
Absolutely. Coach Harper, when's the last time that Oliver Springs played in the quarterfinals?
To be honest, I don't think it was too long ago. I think it was just 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago? I knew it was 2 or 3 years ago. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, we had went 2 years in a row there for a couple of years, and I know we didn't make the playoffs last year, but I've been telling people for a long time. It's not like I got this job and had to reload. Larry Green did a fantastic job of building a great foundation, and he's been my mentor for a long time. And I appreciate all he's done for all of our spring football. But we're glad to return. Last time we was there, it was Cofield as well at Cofield. So. They got the best of us then. So hopefully we can, go back to work on Monday and start to figure out a way to put a game plan together to make it close in the fourth quarter and try to find a way to win.
There you go, Coach. Hey, well, good luck to you, and we wish you the best. Great year.
I know you're young, so you're looking forward to a lot of good years in the future. So congratulations, and we'll let you get to work and come up with a game plan going to Cofield.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on, and I want to give a special shout out to all of our fans who traveled. Man, we had a great crew come up tonight and support us, and we really appreciate it. Go Bobcats.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. We've been going fast and furious here for about 35, 40 straight minutes. So we are going to jump out and take our first commercial break. We want to thank, though, the Free Medical Clinic for all they do for our Friday night call-in show. Thank you for taking care of so many people that need free medical attention. Please go visit them on their website, fmcor.org, to find out how you can get no-charge medical care. We're going to jump out a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Every holiday season, you make plans. On Thanksgiving, you plan a meal. On Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you plan to get good deals. And on Giving Tuesday, plan to give. There's so many ways you can make a difference. Volunteer, help your neighbor, give to charity, say thank you to someone who has changed your life. This Giving Tuesday, let's show how big we can go and how much we can give. On Thanksgiving, we give thanks and demonstrate our gratitude. On Giving Tuesday, we give back and demonstrate our generosity of spirit. Join the movement. Be part of the change. Celebrate and encourage giving.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
On-site care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-site care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy May Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy Mae Martin for all your real estate needs.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Welcome back to the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show. We're going to go straight to the lines here. We got Coach Cummings. Coach Cummings.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on a big win tonight.
I appreciate it. It was a heck of a game, I'll tell you that.
Did you lose any hair?
I had 3. Now I got 1.
I hear you. I understand. Well, Coach, congratulations on that. Always good to still be playing this time of year. Talk a little bit about your team, and I know you're going to talk about your defense, but talk about some players that stood out for you and brag about your boys.
Yeah, I mean, it was truly a team win in every sense of the word because our kids, the first half, defense was playing well, and offense, we just, every time we'd have a decent play, we'd get a penalty or whatever, but the defense was playing good football. And then, I got to give credit to my assistant coaches. At halftime we were helped make some really good adjustments, and we come out the second half and finally got the offense going, and really, we had an opportunity to go up by 2 scores at the very end. We had the ball inside the 1 and fumbled the dang center quarterback exchange. Gave them the ball off on a 2-inch line, and then give McMinn County credit for going down the field, 2-minute drill, and then of course Brandon Hayward, man, he was just so determined tonight. He made several big plays that are kind of not going to be in the stat book, but the none bigger than the block kick at the end as time ran out to win it. Our defense played well. Offense, second half, played really well. Coaches did a good job of communicating all the stuff tonight. So really good win for us, and really happy for our community to be moving on.
Absolutely. And moving on to, that will be at Powell, is that correct, next Friday night?
Yep, that's it.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I know it's you've been up and down this year. You fought a lot of injuries, but you're playing in the quarterfinals, and I know you've got to be happy about that and have a chance to go over and move on to the semifinals by beating Powell.
Yeah, we're actually more healthy now going into the 13th game than we were the first game. So, it's knock on wood. It's good to kind of peak at the right time, I guess. So, and to be healthy, and we have a couple that are out for the year, with a couple of knee injuries. But other than that, we're we're really as healthy as we've been. So got to be thankful for it.
Absolutely. It was funny. We left the Anderson County game and they fumbled on the 2. We get in the car and all of a sudden you fumbled on the 1 inch. You know, it sounded like on the foot. I mean, literally a foot from the goal line. And we were like, you've got to be kidding me. So, but anyway, both of y'all held on to win. So congratulations, Coach, and keep going. And hopefully we'll be talking to you next Friday night.
Yes, sir. I hope so. But thank you much.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Well, Coach Cummings has pretty much summed it up for me, so I don't even know why I'm calling. I guess all I'm going to say is, I give Queener a lot of crap sometimes, but congratulations to him on winning that election. I think he's deserving. So, yeah.
I'm sure. Well, there's a couple things. First off, I think Queener's excited about winning the election. Second off, there's a reason why we call Coach Cummings to get a rundown and not you.
Oh, I already forgot who you were, so it's okay. You weren't even there last week.
Man, I had stuff I had to do last week. Got a family I had to take care of.
Well, all right, guys. Well, like I said, Coach Cummings broke it down, and
hey, caller, real quick, were you at the game tonight?
I was.
Were you? I got you. You think you can make it next Friday night?
I'll try my darndest.
If you come next Friday night, I got you a free parking spot right there at the stadium.
Well, I'll take that.
You need to let me know.
You gonna hold my hand as well?
No.
You gonna wear a Wildcat shirt for me?
It costs extra.
I'll wear an Oak Ridge shirt if you get Coach Cummings give me one. I'll wear one down there for you. I sure as heck ain't gonna be cheering for Powell.
Hey, me and you both, brother. Me and you both. I think there's a lot of Oak Ridge fans in East Tennessee next Friday, so we'll see.
I'm excited about that football game. I know the first time they played, Oak Ridge was banged up, and I know Coach Cummings is not going to talk much about that or make any excuses or talk about game plans or anything, but I think that's an intriguing matchup. Everybody in Powell for the last 2 or 3 weeks has talked about the semifinal game. I've been wondering why they've been talking about the semifinal game and kind of overlooking Oak Ridge. So
they've just been hard not to. Can you blame them? They've been spanking opponents left and right, so you can't blame them. I mean, let's be honest. We'd be thinking the same way. I remember a couple times we said the same thing. We had the G. Higgins-led teams and a bunch of other teams. So I don't blame them, but we can't play. We can't play with penalties, that's for sure. We're like, in my opinion, this is my opinion, which means nothing, but we're the most undisciplined team in our district, in my opinion. So, too many flags. I mean, flags cost us tonight, almost cost us, I should say. Turnovers. Can't do that against Powell. It didn't cost us tonight, but it will definitely cost us against Powell. Penalties and turnovers. You cannot do that. That fumble at the 1 yard line, that can't happen against Powell. No way. So,
I mean,
that better be the most perfect game of football Oak Ridge has ever played in the whole year.
I don't know about that, caller. It ain't like you're going over and playing a team like they were last year. I mean, they lost, 7, 8 starters on defense? They're having to play a kid who hadn't played defense his entire high school career at corner, who's also their, Division I receiver. So, I don't know.
I could be totally overestimating Powell, but I know my team, Oak Ridge. I've seen them in every game. I can tell you we're very undisciplined.
Been to every game. You're lying. You haven't been to every game.
I know a lot of fans would agree with me, including parents. So, but hey, they won. That's all that matters. I don't care if they get 20 penalties. At least they won.
Basketball team looking
phenomenal.
Awful. Oh, phenomenal. Sorry.
Phenomenal.
My earpieces.
Huh?
I'm having a hard time here tonight on my earpiece. I guess so phenomenal. I got you. Well,
we're looking phenomenal. We'll get some players back from the football team. Cooper Williams, who's an offensive lineman, he's going to be our center. And then we've got Coach Cummings' son, who's really good. But we're going to be a very balanced team. Like, think about a team with Jonathan Milloway, like we had 2 years ago, that tall guard, or that tall center, I should say. But a lot of extra athletic guards. Last year we just had shooters, and that's what Fulton keyed on against us at home is taking out the shooters, and they won the game. We're a lot more athletic than we were last year. So I'm very looking forward to this season. I think we'll be better. So we'll see.
We'll see in February. We'll see who's better.
Yes, we will. Looking forward to that game. Hey, what are those brothers' names? The twins. Are they twins? Fulton, or,
Taj and Denaj Kimber.
Yeah, what grade are they in?
They're juniors. They're not real good. They're not even ranked top 30 in the Prep Extra article that came out a couple days ago.
Huh. I disagree with that. So, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know some. But, all right, guys. Well, Cox, I will message you on Facebook. I better get my free parking spot.
I got you one, man. I'll take care of you.
Yes, sir. I'll see you
Hey,
then.
and we do know a guy that'll hold your hand. His name's John Fisher. I'll call him for you. He'll meet you at the gate.
Hey, real quick, where's Clinton? Did anyone see Clinton score?
I ain't seen Clinton. I told you, I don't know if you listened to the show a couple, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Clinton ain't got any quality wins. They still don't.
Hey, buddy, you and me both. Finally, someone with some common sense. Hey, get Queener on the line. He should listen to this guy. This guy's finally Queener.
Queener's celebrating an election victory.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, congratulations, Queener. I like Queener. I give him crap. You missed I got him last week, Alex. I don't know if you missed or not, but Brad will tell you about it. I got him real good.
All right, caller, you be good. See you in February.
I'll see you next Friday. I'll message you.
All right, sounds good. And there you have it. I don't necessarily think that the Pals not in for they might be in for a dogfight over there Friday night.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's a walk in the park.
I think Oak Ridge has athletes to go up against their athletes. I mean, I think the biggest thing is somebody asked me tonight if West and Powell played right now, who would win. I said, well, if it came down to a last 2-3 minute drive, I'm picking Jordan Potts.
Yeah.
Not saying anything about the West quarterback, but I mean, Potts been pretty special.
Yeah.
He's had a good high school career, and the kid seems to be a winner. So it'd be interesting to see what happens there. I think before we dip into college, and I know we don't go past much 11:30, 11:45 here with nobody blowing the lines up, but before we go into college, I'm going to put you on the hot seat real quick. Oak Ridge Powell, who wins?
I think Powell will get them. I watch Oak Ridge play Greenville, and I know they had a couple guys come back, but they just didn't look like the Oak Ridge that I know in the past. So I think it'll be a close game. I don't think it'll be a runaway, but I'll take Powell in a close one.
Coalfield, Oliver Springs.
I think Coalfield beat them pretty good. I don't know if it'll be 50 points like they said it was last time. I mean, quarterfinals, a lot of times you don't have a lot of blowouts like that, but I'd say probably 14, 20-point game.
Anderson County, Greenville.
That's a toss-up. Two good teams. I watched Greenville firsthand last week play Fulton. Have a hard time throwing the football. They can run it at will. So can Anderson County. So I'm hoping Anderson County can. You only get so many chances to knock down the door. So I don't know if it's a late ball game. I think Greenville might get them.
So who you picking?
Anderson County. I think they knock down the door.
All right. Maryville, Science Hill.
I think Maryville will win that pretty easy. I know Noah Vaughn's out, I think, for the rest of the year, but Maryville's Maryville, so they play good football this time of year.
Gatlinburg, Pittman, Alcoa.
Oh, God, Alcoa. I just don't understand why Alcoa continues to play in that division of football. Like, are they scared to move up to 4A? Obviously, they haven't moved up to somebody said in years.
I don't think they've ever played up a classification. And with winning as much as they have won, I don't know why they're not moving up to 4A next year. What do you have to? I mean, if you go look at the districts that came out, and I'll pull this up after our next commercial break, but looking at their district that they will be playing in, that is an absolute joke for them.
Yeah, it is.
And I heard their school's growing in numbers, and they're going to be one of the larger 3A schools here within a year or so. It's what do you have to prove? I mean, you can say, oh, we're going to beef up our non-districts. Who cares?
Yeah.
When you go play the playoffs and you're beating people by 28 to 42 points and it's running clock for 4 rounds, who cares?
Yeah.
Beef up your regular season schedule. Beef up your region schedule and bump up.
Bump up. Be like a Lipscomb Academy or somebody. Bump up and play some football.
Yeah, he ain't scared. But anyway, I'm sure I'll get a phone call from Alcoa people. That's fine. I'll tell them the same exact thing, and I'll stand behind that.
And I think you're right. Webb and Lipscomb Academy played next week, and Lipscomb Academy put up 77 points on Silverdale tonight.
I would say Lipscomb Academy would be probably a 30 to 35 point favorite next week against Webb.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Think about this. The game that Meskey won and went for 2, if he loses that game,
he's opposite of them going to play them in the state finals.
That's right.
They beat Chattanooga Christian late in the year and had to play them. And Chattanooga Christian had to play them, and, they lost their good player, too. So
absolutely. Let's go to the lines here. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, Jonathan. Good evening to you guys there. I was just going to ask you a question there. I don't know, and not that I'd ever say anything against the Whitten guys there, but I don't know. I kind of question their play calling toward the end of the game there, and even at the end of the first half there. What do you guys think about the way they were calling the plays?
Yeah, there was some stuff, and he's obviously been very successful, and he's won a lot of football games. And I don't know much about football compared to him, but I will say this: when you have 98 yards to go, and you've got 2 timeouts in the high school football game with 2 minutes or less, it's hard to believe that you would run it 3 straight times.
That's what I was thinking now. Like, God, the quarterback had some success there. He looked pretty throwing the football.
They had that 8 to 10 yard route across the middle right there, and then they had that little screen working. They had both those working in the second half. There was times they had, guys wide open. I understand maybe trying to run it on first down just to see what you can get if the box is empty and they're back, not wanting to get beat deep. I will say this: Anderson County's Gavin Noe made a big play on first down. I was standing in the end zone there. And then on third down, it was like, and like I said, I was in the corner of the end zone on the Elizabethan side, and it was like Whitten was just sort of scrambling. I thought he was going to call timeout before the third down play after 2 straight runs. But then he kind of, sorry about that. We got a rookie up here, I guess. Can't stay off his phone. But so the timeout, that I thought he was going to call timeout on third down, and then he runs up the same play just in a different direction. So Anderson County had it defended well. Got to give them credit for that. But I was very surprised because they had success throwing the ball in the second half. I don't know. Game pressure was on AC at that point in time too after that turnover. But man, 3 straight runs, and then obviously he's going to throw it on fourth down, and I'm just glad they kind of came after him. Davis, I think is his last name, had a really good play there in the end zone. But hats off to Anderson County. I really thought that was going to be a blowout, though, the way it was going early.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I'll close out and ask you guys there. I mean, I don't know. I know how things have went here in the past there. You got a prediction or any comments you'd like to make, and I'll get off here and listen, Jonathan, there. What do you guys think is going to happen with Greenville next week? And I'll get off here. I don't know that things are okay. No, they're good there, but I'll get off here and listen to your answers there, buddy.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you.
Michael spoke a little bit about that. Anderson County's a better football team. Anderson County, they can run the football. They can throw the football. The question is going to be, can they stop the run against Greenville? Greenville's going to give a heavy dose of run. They struggle to throw the football. And I just see Anderson County being a better football team all around. I don't think there's any other way to skin the cat or hide behind the truth. I think Anderson County overall is just a better football team. Martinez, he probably looks better right now than I've ever seen him look.
Yeah, he looked good tonight.
I thought his sophomore year, when pressure got to him, he kind of just, wanted to get rid of it just as quick as he could. But I thought tonight he had a really good game. 3 big conversions on third down. But I think overall Anderson County is a better football team. I think Anderson County just don't have any weaknesses.
Yeah.
If there's a weakness right now that you look at for Anderson County going to this game, it's a mental thing that they've never beat Greenville in the game that they're about to play.
Right.
I think that's.
And there's just so many opportunities to knock down the door. At a certain point in time, you got to know, well, we got a good team here, but we're going to have another team like this. We're going to have another opportunity like this.
Yeah, and I don't look at stuff like that that much because, I've been blessed to be around a program that's been very good for a long time, and I think Coach Gillum is now in a spot where it's every year they're good. Now this group's special. They've had a really good, but Anderson County's been good for 6-8 years.
Right,
I think Davey Gillum played in the semifinals or quarterfinals, won his first year here when he had the Williams kid as quarterback.
But how many years consecutively have they met Greenville or Elizabeth in the quarterfinals?
Well, they've lost in the second round too.
Right.
I think they lost in the second round last year and might have lost in the second round the year before to Greenville because Greenville got beat by Betsy in the regular season.
Right.
And I think Greenville won back-to-back state championship, or I think Greenville won back-to-back state championships and Elizabethton won back-to-back state championships, and Elizabethton lost last year in the state championship game.
Yeah.
And Anderson County, of course, has lost to them every one of those years. But I don't look at it as much as knocking the door down or how many chances you have, just to Anderson County coming out and believing they can win the football game, not hoping to win the football game.
Yeah.
But now they've not played a defense as good as Greenville's outside of maybe Bearden's. Bearden has a good defense.
Yeah.
And Anderson County put points up on Bearden. Could have put up more. But I think overall that's who wins that's who wins that football game, is who can get ahead. If AC gets ahead, Greenville can't pass to catch up with them. If Greenville gets ahead, they can pound the football, and can they stop him? Can Anderson County stop the run? Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey guys, it's Jesse. How are y'all tonight?
I'm doing good, Jesse. How are you?
A little busy at the moment, but we'll make some time for you guys.
Well, I appreciate that.
Overall tonight, you've got me blistered for the last 2 days over a Betsy upset in Anderson County. Before we talk about the Greenville game a little bit, I just wanted to let you know that. So I appreciate you just getting my phone blowing up over your Betsy pick.
Well, the way I wanted to write that prediction is exactly how I wrote it. I wanted them to earn that win. Even though I thought they had a good chance of winning, I wasn't going to pick them. And why should I? I mean, honestly, why would I have picked AC going into that game?
You went with history, didn't you?
Historically speaking, they don't handle that situation well. And you look back to the regular season, and they didn't handle it well. Now, they rallied in the second half, and were able to stop a 2-point conversion, but that's when Elizabethton didn't have its quarterback situation figured out. It was just still kind of adjusting to life without Bryson Rollins. And, man, Elizabethton's caught fire the last half of the season. They got a kid who rushed for over 1,400 yards. Their quarterback had really started to kind of latch hold of the offense. And, yeah, I mean, it's just there wasn't anything historically that offered me confidence going into that game. So, I mean, I'll tip my hat to Anderson County. They won that football game. They made the stops that they needed to make late. They had a little bit of a bad break go against them, and they didn't fold. And we've seen them fold in years past. I mean, you think back to a couple games where they go up late in the playoffs and end up giving up a score late, and that absolutely could have happened Friday night. Elizabethton got that fumble there and had 97, 98 yards to go to possibly win the game, and Anderson County made the stops. They got the safety, and they recovered that kick, which was huge. And so they showed some mettle, proved their mettle, showed some mental fortitude, and got that first hurdle cleared, and now they got to hurdle a second one next week.
Absolutely. Hey, were you surprised the way Oliver Springs went up and just handed Cloudland?
I was. Yeah, this is a Cloudland team that absolutely can run the football like it's nobody's business, and I had a kid just go absolutely nuts last week running the football, and everybody knows that's a really difficult trip to make up there, and Oliver Springs, man, it just you're kind of left befuddled of how they've been able to turn this season around. And you look at their start, they're 0-4 this year to start the season, new head coach, and I'm sure he was questioning things, players are questioning things, community was questioning things, and then they just slowly got better week by week. And you look at their stats every week that they send to us, I mean, there's nothing that jumps off the page at you. There's no 15 or 2,000-yard rusher. There's no 2,000-yard passer. There's no guy with 150 tackles and 25 tackles for loss. It was just good team football, and that's what Tyler Harper's been able to establish there at Oliver Springs, and just a really impressive win tonight. They went up 14-0 in that game and didn't panic when the opponent got back in it to a little bit, and they just ended up putting them away. So we'll see if they can close the gap at all with Coalfield. Remember, Coalfield won that game, I think, 50-0 in the regular season to win a region championship. But it's definitely one of the cool storylines of the season to see Oliver Springs rebound from an 0-4 start now into the state quarterfinals.
Absolutely. We talked to Coach Cummins earlier, and he made a point. I'll let you talk about the game a little bit, but he made a point. We're in the 13th week of this season, and we're probably healthier than we've been all year.
Yeah, I mean, we went out there earlier in the year, and we're talking with Cummings before the game. He's like, that guy's hurt, this guy's hurt, this guy's hurt. That guy was going to be a starter. He's hurt. And going into week 11, they hadn't won back-to-back games all year. And now here they are winning 3 games in a row. And you want to talk about a bad break going against them. They put together an unbelievable drive, just a really long drive there in the fourth quarter. They were up 13-12, playing on a soggy natural grass field, and they just keep pounding the ball. They get all the way down inside the McMinn County 5. It looks like they're going to put the game away, and they fumble. And it was a controversial call. It was hard to tell from the camera angle that I could see if it was an actual fumble or not, but nevertheless, McMinn County got the football, and they had 99 yards to go. They drove it all the way down into Oak Ridge territory. They have one of the better kickers in East Tennessee. He's lining up 39-yard field goal that he can make easily. He's made 49 and 50-yard field goals throughout his career. And Brennan Hayward sneaks through there and gets a hand on the ball and blocks it. And so all that bad misfortune that went against Oak Ridge, we're just kind of seeing even Steven come into play now, and everything kind of balance out and them get some good fortune come their way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested to see how that matchup goes next week. I think a lot of people in Powell, including my wife, is talking about Powell West semifinals. You know how big a fan she is of Powell. So it's interesting because in all seriousness, that's what you've been hearing about for 4 or 5 weeks, and I think Oak Ridge probably wants to have something to say about that before they just take up the pads and give Powell a victory.
Right. Yeah. It's 5A can be really fun at times. I think we're going to see West High School just easily win next week over Daniel Boone. And don't get me wrong, man, Daniel Boone's had a fantastic year. They knocked out Central tonight. This Daniel Boone defense has only allowed one opponent to top 14 points this year, and no opponents top 20 points. And so they win with defense. But man, this West High School defense that they're going to face is probably going to be like anything they've seen all year. And West just totally dominated Morristown West tonight. I mean, it was 40 or 50 to nothing in the snap of a finger. So everything's still kind of pointing towards West and Powell, possibly in a semifinal matchup. Again, I know Oak Ridge is playing its best football right now, confident right now, so we'll see if they can kind of stop the Powell momentum. But Powell just looked like it was hungry for another state title tonight. It wanted revenge against Walker Valley for that first-round loss from 2 years ago, and they just came out and absolutely punched Walker Valley in the mouth repeatedly in the first half. Jordan Potts, I think, had 4 touchdown passes in the first half. He had a rushing touchdown in the first half, so that was a motivated Powell football team tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, and I know you don't hear anything that we get to say until you get on the show with us. But I was saying if anytime the late game situation, Jordan Potts has seemed to figure out a way how to get it done and how to win. He's been pretty good. So if you're West or Oak Ridge, you want to make sure you got the football with the lead late in the game. You don't want to have to be trying to stop that cat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we do get a West and Powell semifinal, you know, when Jordan Potts is at his best is when he's really kind of ad-libbing plays. He's out of the pocket. He's scrambling around and making plays on the fly. And West has the guys that can get out there on the perimeter and chase him down or hem him up. So we haven't seen that version of Jordan Potts a lot this year because he has been playing hurt. And so they've been trying to protect him a little bit and not let him get out and run and get all that contact. But if there's a state championship berth on the line, you better believe he's going to be, the full version of himself, or at least push himself to get outside the pocket and make plays. But I think West defense has too many athletes for him to scramble around back there and just make plays up as it goes.
Absolutely. So I was kind of hoping for a Farragut-Maryville rematch, and that got derailed quick.
It did. If I didn't like the way Farragut played last week, and I've said that multiple times this week on radio shows, and they looked tight. They looked like a team that was afraid to lose. They missed field goals. They hadn't missed a field goal all year. They turned the ball over. They just looked like a team that didn't want to mess up because people were looking at them as a team that could possibly make it to the quarterfinals or maybe beyond. And so they got a tough draw tonight, going on the road all the way up to Science Hill. It's where they won last year as a 4 seed, but got down, made a brief little rally, cut it to 26-19 there in the fourth quarter, and then I think Science Hill ran for 440 yards on Farragut tonight, and just Farragut couldn't stop it there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. So just looking forward a little bit, next week, if there was an upset that you could see on paper, where could it be a GP? Could it be an Oak Ridge? Where could it be an Oliver Springs? Where would you go if you could pick an upset here before we let you go?
I don't know if there's an upset between like a local matchup. I mean, I could see possibly Sweetwater going on the road to a Giles County and grinding out a win. Sweetwater's in the state quarterfinals for the first time since 2006, I believe. And I know that's a little bit outside of your show's coverage area, but I'm just kind of looking at the schedule here for next week and seeing maybe a local team that could pull off something like that. But I think Coalfield is definitely going to enter as a favorite against Oliver Springs. Alcoa knocked off GP and about 30-some-odd points in the regular season matchup. I know Gatlinburg-Pittman's gotten a lot better since then, but Alcoa just doesn't lose this time of year. West should handle Daniel Boone. Maybe Oak Ridge can unseat Powell, maybe, if things go their way. But they have got to protect the ball a little better. They had, I think, 3 or 4 turnovers tonight, so they can't do that against Powell. But I don't – maybe if a handful of weeks ago, I probably would have said Maryville probably wouldn't make it to the semifinals, and now I like their chances more than I have all year. So and I don't know if Webb can pull the upset against Lipscomb Academy next week. That's a nationally ranked team and hadn't lost in a long, long time. So maybe Sweetwater I'll go with.
Stone beat Red Bank, or Red Bank beat Stone?
Red Bank beat Stone 21-6.
Red Bank beat Stone. So the winner of the Greenville-Anderson County game will play at Red Bank or East Hamilton, so down in the Chattanooga area, it looks like.
Gotcha. Well, hey, we appreciate you calling in. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on. I know the next couple of weeks are intense, but kind of start weeding out those teams that I guess they really have a legit chance and who doesn't. I'd say after next week we'll be able to talk a little bit about the road to Chattanooga and what that looks like for some of our teams.
Absolutely, yeah. The field's been whittled down quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, and then next week, as you mentioned, it really takes a substantial hit, and the real contenders kind of come into play.
He knows want to know your prediction, but I'm going to tell him to log on Thursday morning.
We are not making a prediction yet with Greenville. We're going to hold on to that one for a little bit.
There you go, brother. Hey, thank you, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
All right. See you, man. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Oh, hey, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, not too bad, man. Hey, Anderson County had a really good game tonight, and I just kind of wanted to comment on that one caller's opinion on the Greenville game. Me personally, if Anderson County goes this week and studies and focuses on the task at hand of beating Greenville, I think they got a chance to catch Greenville sleeping, because their last game right before the playoffs was a bye week, so they really didn't have no football until playoffs, and they really had a pretty good team first 2 rounds of playoffs before the kids. And if Anderson County comes out and takes it to them, I think they got a chance to catch Greenville sleeping.
I don't know if a team can sleep in the quarterfinals, but
well, maybe that was the wrong choice of words, but I think they got a chance of, because they haven't been really tested yet. I mean, Anderson County has been proven to be battle tested, and I think if they get out, take it to them, and play Anderson County football, I personally don't think Greenville stands a chance.
Yeah, Anderson County has been tested. You look at your body of work. You've beat a defending 5A state champion, Powell. You beat Bearden, who just got beat tonight by Maryville to be eliminated from the playoffs. Maryville's eliminated a lot of people from the playoffs the last several years. I couldn't agree more with you. I think Anderson County is a better football team than Greenville. I think Anderson County is as good at a lot of different levels of football. I mean, they can throw it, they can run it. After you get a dose of 18, you get a dose of 25, then you get a dose of 16. I mean, it's just like they keep coming at you. I think your offense and defensive line are really good. I don't know that it's your best offensive line. I hate saying this is the best this or the best that, but it's a really solid line with a really solid group of kids. And it just seems like, you try to guard Val, you find Brayton, then you find Miller. I mean, it's just a lot of different bullets in the gun. And I think your quarterback right now is playing at a higher level than I can remember watching him play before he got hurt.
Yeah, that's a kid, man. He really is. He's a really special boy.
I think your coaches put your kids in a good spot to win. The only thing that I've got to think, just knowing how high school kids work and how they operate, I've got a saying, and I'll stand behind it: winners win. And I think the biggest thing you got to figure out is when you go into that, when you walk out there, is don't go out there hoping to win. Go out there knowing you're going to win. 2 years ago,
gotta want it.
2 years ago, and I think they want it. But 2 years ago, when Greenville stopped them and then started driving down the field at Anderson County, it was like you could see it slipping out of their hands again. Somebody got to make a play. Somebody's got to make that stop. Somebody's got to score that touchdown. You know, somebody's got to. It's just time for Anderson County to win that football game.
Right.
Yeah.
Time to get over the wall, and they really do have the talent to it. Now I'll leave on the. I'll let you guys get back to it with the words of Leonidas. They call Greenville the Immortals. Well, Anderson County will put their names to the test.
I hear you, man. And here's what's funny. Like I get messages on Facebook from some of the people I don't even know, and I get texts like, "Why are you not there?" Like I am an Anderson County fan. I'm ready to see you win. I'm frustrated that they've not won more. And when I say win more, win the games that matter, the region championships and all this stuff. Like after a time, it's enough. Like it's time to see them win that semifinal, quarterfinal game and go play for a gold ball. And that's all I'm saying here. I'm not cheering against Anderson County. And I love those guys up there. I mean, you know, the principal's one of my good friends, and I went to school with those guys. Like I want to see them win. It's just I'm tired of the region championship, blah blah, and the playoff appearances, blah blah blah. Like let's go play for a gold ball.
Well, let's make our mark. We've made our mark year after year. It's time to seal the deal.
There you go. We'll be there and we'll be cheering for you, man.
Yes, sir. Gentlemen, have a good evening. I love this show, by the way.
Hey, thank you for holding so long, by the way, too.
Yep, you're welcome, guys. Have a good night.
All right, thank you, buddy. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, who does Monterey play next week?
Why do you call with all the hard questions?
They've done pretty good. They're 10-2.
Yeah, they are 10-2. I did notice a couple weeks ago they did not win their region, though, did they? Didn't they get upset by somebody?
I believe they lost one of the good games. I don't know who it was. So
We'll find out who Monterey plays. For some reason, Jesse and Mr. Kidd will always send me every Friday night the live bracket, updated. I've not received that tonight, and I went to look for it earlier, and I couldn't even find it from 2 weeks ago. So
I'll find it tonight and announce it before you go up there.
Plays York.
Monterey plays York. Did York beat Monterey earlier this year?
I think they did.
Yeah, we'll find out some information for you. Who you got next week? You got Oak Ridge or Powell?
I got Powell winning that game, and I got Anderson County getting beat by Greenville.
AC getting beat by Greenville.
Yep. Green Wave will come down with fire flying from their eyes.
York beat Monterey September the 2nd, 34-20.
So there you have it. That's a big game. I'm sure that's going to be at York. Neither team has far to go, and I'd say that'd be a pretty good football game.
Yeah, probably. Y'all have a good evening.
Hey, buddy, thank you. Thanks for calling. Thanks for watching.
All right, bye.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Listen, Cox, I've sat beside you for about 3 years now, maybe 4. And did you go to the Anderson County game tonight?
Did
they give you a shot up there or something?
No. Here's the thing. I called you with my opinion last week.
Hold on a minute. Did you drink a Coke or anything?
No, I had a Sprite right here.
Well, then you need to get the guy sitting beside you, take you to Oak Ridge Hospital, and let them test you, see what they put in your blood up there tonight, because you've went, I thought Jesse Smithy was the guy from 5 Star that was all about AC, but, Jesse's non-committal, and, man, it's like you're selling your kids for them tonight.
Jesse, you've been on Jesse all year about being on the Anderson County bandwagon. He's riding the bus with, the double-decker premier bus down there with them to Chattanooga. You went through the whole spiel. But he picked Elizabethton tonight to win that football game.
Yeah. Listen, here's what I say about it. You're right. We ought to not even be talking about Anderson County tonight. We need to be talking about them next Friday night if they win. If. I think that's a big question. Do they have the team to win? Yes, they've got the team this year to win. Did they have the team to win last year? Yes. What about the year before that? Yes. And have not been able to do it. Why? I think the question that everybody ought to be asking is, why has Anderson County not been able to win that game? That's the question. Anderson County's had some really good football teams, and you're right. That trophy case up there is full of regional and whatever, all these games they've won over the years, but I don't know. If me and you could figure the answer out for them tonight, I guarantee you every one of them coaches up there would take it tonight if we could tell them how they could beat Greenville tonight.
I think 2 of those years they lost to probably arguably the best team in the state.
But one of those years, didn't they go into late in the game? I know AC's quarterback got hurt, but didn't they go into late in that game, leading that game?
They did. They started off the game up.
And what did it in Greenville?
It was at Greenville, yes.
That's what I thought. The AC break the street next Friday night. Let me tell you why. So we don't have to talk about it no more. You know what I mean?
It's just like Clinton getting quality wins.
Yeah, it is. It is like Clinton getting quality wins. I agree with you. So we don't have to talk about it no more. That's the thing. So next Friday night, all AC needs to do is go out and take care of business, and maybe I don't believe in luck, so like that anyway. I don't think you can get lucky and beat a team. You're either better than them or you're not, or you make less mistakes than them than they do. But so you honestly think that you're willing to put it out there that AC's going to win that game?
I haven't made my score prediction yet, but I tell you, Anderson County's the better team. They're more complete. They've got a better quarterback.
Okay, I'm not worried about the better team or anything, but you think that Anderson County can win that game? Question here.
He just wants to be able to get in the game next week.
I think I can get in the game, don't you, Queener?
Do what? Don't you think you can what?
Hayes says if I pick Greenville, I can't get in the game next week. I think I can get in the game.
Oh, I think you can get in the game, too. They'd probably let all of us in there if we wanted to come up there. They'd like for us to shut up talking about it, too. So, I really think AC's had some really good football teams in the last 3 years. And I really thought they should have already won that game. Okay, that's me. I don't care if Greenville was the best team in the state or not. I thought Anderson County was better than even what Greenville was. So I thought AC was the better team, not Greenville. Now, I was wrong. So I guess we just have to look and see, is this the year that the streak finally gets broken? It looks like we've handled Elizabeth, and we've struggled with them twice, but we've handled them. So we'll take it. A win is a win. It don't really matter how you win as long as you win. If they beat Greenville next Friday night on a fumble return of 99 yards, that's fine. That'd be great. But they've got the win last night. If not, they need to move up to 5A or something and get away from Greenville for a while.
Oh, geez. Move up. Run from them. Hey, that's what Alcoa's doing right now. Alcoa's running from everybody. I think everybody would welcome Alcoa open arms. Greenville, Elizabethan, Anderson County, all those teams. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. They would not. I guarantee you poll all those football teams, they would not want Alcoa in that playoff bracket right now, knowing they got to face Alcoa. Because all those teams you mentioned, they wouldn't have a chance. Or they'd have a chance, but that would be it. Just have a chance. No different what those teams that Alcoa's playing right now. Until that well runs dry over there, nobody has a chance because it's a well-oiled coach machine from way back till now, and it's still well-coached oil machine. I just think it's time for them to step up and play up a division. They're going to have over 800 kids, I think 750, 800 kids this year in their school coming up. Why not go play 4A? What do you have to prove?
Well, they don't. In 3A, you're right. They have nothing to prove. I agree with you 100%. So, you will make some people nervous. Let Alcoa's name go in the 4A bracket next year. There'll be some people nervous. Because not only will some of those teams have to be worried about Elizabeth and Greenville, now you're going to throw Alcoa in there. Now, you go from maybe a third-round game, you might get in the first round of the playoffs, and you're exiting early and you're home early. That's my opinion, and it don't mean nothing except to me. So, but, man, I listened to Jesse tonight. That's the calmest he was calm tonight, but I believe, was he up there with you?
No, I got Hayes here with me. He's playing music occasionally on the air off his phone. We don't know what it is.
I
But
think it's off my Coach T app, trying to find some scores and playoff matchups. And
so,
Jesse must have made sure they gave you the Coke tonight or the Sprite tonight that he's been drinking. So I was shocked he just didn't go out on the limb tonight. Well, it ain't going out on the limb for him. He's done it all year long. So anyway, so that has to be the game in East Tennessee next week. I mean, I know Coalfield and Oliver Springs is big. I understand that. I know Oak Ridge and Powell is big. But that Anderson County Greenville, but man, you have to say that's the top game in the state.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. I think this week coming up, Friday night, Anderson County Greenville will be the biggest game in the state. And if Powell can beat Oak Ridge, the Powell West game the next week will be the most intriguing game on this side of the state. But I'm interested to see this Oliver Springs Coalfield game. I think it'd be really good as we show the radar on live TV. I think they want me to be the weatherman up here.
I heard that, but you got to do everything when you're around there. Listen, I love them guys down Oliver Springs, and I love them guys down Coalfield, but them guys down Oliver Springs is going to Coalfield. I wouldn't be shocked if you don't get the same dose of medicine that they got a 3 weeks ago when they went down there before. It wouldn't shock me a bit. Coalfield to win that game big next Friday night. I'll go out on the limb, and I'll just go out on the limb and say that I think Coalfield wins it by 20.
Coalfield by 20. We made the line at 28 earlier.
Man, I didn't even know that. I just got back in here, started watching them, and going heard Jesse, and I thought, man, I got to call back. I don't like doing that, calling twice, but I got to call back. No, I'll take Coalfield by 20.
Yeah. And you got Greenville next week. Now, here you say you had Greenville.
No, I ain't picked Greenville yet. I don't want to pick. I don't want to pick Greenville. I like David Gillum and them guys, Coach Terry and them guys up there. I like those guys up there. I hate to pick against them. I just want them to get the monkey off their back. So if that means if I pick Greenville and they win next week, I would do that to get the monkey off their back for them. I tell you what, Greenville by 18 next Friday night. I'll see y'all later.
I see you, bud. Greenville by 18.
Man.
There you got it. He don't even have a close game.
Gosh.
He don't even have a close game. We're going to take a quick commercial break here on the free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard show as our phones have been lighting up. We need to take a quick break, but we want to thank you to the Free Medical Clinic for serving Anderson, Morgan, and Roane County. Go to fmcor.org and find out how to get a no-charge medical care. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roane State Success Coach to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now and let's succeed together.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy May Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs.
Beautiful yards make a statement. And beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
On-site care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-site care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, on-site care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-site care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
Welcome back to the free medical clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. It's been a fun show tonight, a lot of calls. Our teams have a lot of success tonight. I don't want to miss any, but Oliver Springs, big win on the road. Cofield holding serve at home. Oak Ridge winning. Anderson County winning. Did I miss anybody?
You said Oliver Springs, didn't you?
Yeah. I think we've covered everybody. So good show tonight. We will talk just a little bit UT football since nobody's calling. I think we've got through the calls here. Missouri, senior day for the Vols. Hendon Hooker, a guy that nobody really knew who he was 2 years ago. Now going to be going down as one of, you'll see Hooker jerseys for a long time.
Yep.
Not only because of his last name, because he's a good player.
Right.
And represents the T really well. So hate to see him go tomorrow. But did you ever think Tennessee would be playing Missouri with a chance to win that football game, win out, and possibly make the college football playoffs?
I think Tennessee wins out. They'll be in the college football playoff. I mean, Ohio State and Michigan still have to play each other.
Yeah, but Oregon or TCU with a conference championship will jump Tennessee.
I think TCU gets beat tomorrow at Texas.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oregon, a one-loss Oregon team that wins the Pac-12 championship will make the playoffs over Tennessee.
I don't know. Time will tell. I don't know.
Because Tennessee's going to be playing Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and Missouri, all non-ranked, and Oregon will be playing a ranked team.
But who all has Oregon played that is ranked?
I had to pull their schedule, but I looked at there tonight, and their schedule's stronger than Tennessee's here in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So that'll be a tough one. But win out, maybe make the college football playoffs, maybe make the New Year's Six. Who knows? But it's been a heck of a year. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, fellas. So I think Tennessee's just going to come out and just roll tomorrow. It's going to be a fun game to watch if you're a Tennessee fan.
Yes, I agree. I think Tennessee should roll tomorrow. I think anytime you're in a situation they're in, you're not sleeping on anybody. You win out, you're going, you're going to be the 4 or the 5 seed probably. I do see some situations though. And I've looked at this quite a bit lately because I think it's fun to look at because we've not been in contention in a long time. But I do see a situation where if Oregon doesn't win the Pac-12 and they don't win out and TCU loses a game, I could see a Georgia-Michigan and a Tennessee-Ohio State round 1 playoff game.
I agree 100%. You could put LSU in that mix too.
Yeah, I could see that kind of unfolding like that. Now I think Georgia kicked Tennessee's butt last week and showed us we weren't ready for that type of football game when we went down there last Saturday. But I think Kirby did us a favor by not trusting his quarterback and running that football. That's kind of exactly the way I looked at that first quarter. I looked at my buddy and I was like, man, it's like Georgia just made a decision that they were going to impose their will at the line of scrimmage and run the football and say, here we come and you can't stop us. Yep.
And they did it.
Yep. And we had to scoot up, and then they threw it over. So they had the 2 longest pass plays they had all year. And then the second half, he threw a couple squirrely passes in the third quarter, and it was like Kirby said, boys, we are running the football, and we're going to go home a winner.
And there was nothing we could do about it.
No.
So the one thing that sticks out like a sore thumb to me tomorrow, and I want to get your opinion on this, what is up with LSU just being a 3-point favorite over Arkansas?
I don't know. It's funny you asked that. I heard them talking about that today on the Sports Animal, that nobody can figure out why that line is at 3. It's almost like, is it a letdown after the big overtime? I don't know. I mean,
Vegas knows something.
Oh, absolutely. And when it looks too good to be true, it probably is. So,
me being the idiot I am, I played it.
No, I mean it's inviting, and you 3 points. You think, man, this is a no-brainer. And what about? And I literally can't stand the guy. But how about Kelly in his first year going to SEC championship game? Probably.
I can't get over him coming out acting like a clown with that southern accent in his introduction.
No, I can't either. I can't get over his incompetence when he come out and said that Tennessee, he watched film and Tennessee only ran 3 different formations.
And they don't motion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's a clown for sure.
I agree 100%. Hey, so who's getting the Auburn job? Is Coach Prime going to get that job, or are they going to stick with Cadillac?
No, I think Hugh Freeze gets that job here in about 2 weeks.
No chance in no way, that he's not getting a Power 5 job. No way. And no, that's what he did at Ole Miss. No way.
You really don't think Hugh Freeze is getting that job?
No way, because Auburn don't want to go on probation. No way. No way. He gets that job.
Jamie Chadwell gets that job at Coastal.
Hey, Hugh Freeze will never coach at another Power 5 school.
Come on, man. He's a good dude. He just made some mistakes.
Yeah, I guess you could have said that about the Devil, too.
I'm serious. I think it will be the most Auburn thing ever, and I think they're going to hire Hugh Freeze. As long as the SEC will allow it, I think they hire Hugh Freeze.
They'll put a show cause on him to keep him out.
That's what I'm saying. The SEC's got to approve it.
There ain't no way. He's worse than Lane Kiffin. I'm surprised Lane Kiffin was able to come back. He had to get the Saban kiss and strap the rocket ship to him at Alabama to get back.
Hey, but think about this, all right? Think about this. If you're an Auburn fan, who had more success when they were in the SEC against Alabama than anyone else?
Who cares, man?
Hugh
no
Freeze.
way. You can't do that. I'm sorry. Hey, I know you're educated and you love football just as much as I do, but there's no way. I'll bet you any kind of wager on that you want to make. I'll buy you dinner. I'll buy you a steak dinner if they hire Hugh Freeze.
I just don't know. I mean, I'll be the first person to say this. If I was a Tennessee fan right now and we were looking for a coach, I would not want Coach Prime as our coach.
You would not want Coach Prime as your coach?
No. I would not.
What is Cadillac? Because he's very obviously very passionate about the program. You can tell that in his interview.
Man, to me, Cadillac looked like a fish out of water over on that sideline against Mississippi State.
I think there was a lot of side action going on during the week in the locker room and with the press and everything going down. And there was some emotions in that. Because, I mean, I think they liked that dude that was the coach there.
Yeah.
As a team.
I'll tell you, I won't say too much, but we've got a guy that plays for Mississippi State, played basketball for us, and he said in the first quarter, there's two offensive linemen that absolutely cuss each other out, and one of them has punched the other one in the stomach. They're on the field, and they sub both of them out. He said he's like, you don't even see that in college sports. You know, most of the time that's something you see like in middle school. He said these two dudes, he said the right guard and the right tackle just started cussing each other out.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Hey, did you see what happened in the Houston game with the wide receiver?
Oh, yeah.
That was the craziest thing I've seen in a while. But nothing I've seen all year touches that right tackle for Tennessee against Alabama when he just turned around and went, bah!
Yeah.
And he started shaking his head at him like, yeah, baby, here we go. I'm ready now. I'm like, oh, that's the greatest. That's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, I'm going to hang up and listen, fellas. Y'all had a great show tonight.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, you get rid of the dead weight, you can make better.
Well, he had to go into politics, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
He had to cut the anchor loose.
Something else he don't know anything about.
See you, man.
See you, bud. Yeah. Take a shot at us again, won't he?
Yeah, Coiner.
Yeah.
I was going to tell him good luck on the election, but I took a shot at it, sir.
Yeah.
Greenville by 18. They won't let him in within 400 yards at school next week.
Yeah, he's been out for a long time, though. All right, well, let's finalize this deal here. Tennessee wins easy tomorrow. Tennessee goes. You think Tennessee? This will be your last show of the year. You think Tennessee can run the table and make the college football playoffs?
Yeah, I think Tennessee wins pretty easy tomorrow. South Carolina will be a little bit closer. And I think Tennessee just mops up by the end of the year. So, yeah, I think Tennessee wins out. Has a good shot at the college football playoff. Probably get snubbed or something, but we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I've been getting hammered all night about make a prediction.
I looked at Oregon. They've played one ranked opponent until tomorrow.
Yeah, but their last three, they will have played
There's
three total ranked opponents.
And Tennessee's played 5.
Well, you cannot go by what a team was ranked when you played them. You can only go what they're ranked at right now. And the reason I say that, you can't say Ohio State's got a top 5 win when they beat a Notre Dame team that is probably, 15 to 20 right now in the country?
Yeah.
So
You can't do that because pre-season rankings, you don't. It's just not how you evaluate it. You evaluate it what it is right now. LSU's win over Tennessee's win over LSU, that looks better now than it did at the time.
Right.
So, yeah, you can't go back to the old rankings when they played them. So anyway, they've been asking me all night to make a score prediction. It's not. I think Oak Ridge and Powell is going to be a very close football game. I do. I think Coach Cummins will go over there and they'll be ready. But I do think Powell will win a close game there. But I think Anderson County finally does it. I think Anderson County wins 35-21.
It'd be closer than that.
I think Anderson County can put up. They can run the football. Pass the football. I think their offense is a little better. They might only be able to put up 28 points. I might be a little high on their total, but I think Anderson County wins that game tomorrow or next Friday. I think you and Coiner are both. I think you're both not giving Anderson County enough credit.
No, I mean, I give Anderson County plenty of credit, but, just like Ben said, you got to beat the king, So, I think it'll be a little bit closer than 14 points.
Well, we'll see. Well, we would like to thank our sponsor, Free Medical Clinic, for providing or help us provide the show every Friday night. They're an awesome company. They do great things for people in Anderson, Morgan, and Roane County. Michael, thanks for coming out a couple times this year. Next week, Brad, are we having a show next week? We will have a show next week. There you have it. You heard it here first. I'm sure we'll announce that on Twitter and Facebook. That way everyone knows that we'll be having it. David will be back next week. And David will either be excited that Anderson County dethrone Greenville, or he will be frustrated and say something's going to change.
Yeah.
But I don't mean coaching change or anything. I mean, the way we go about things up in Anderson County, maybe, because it is time to do that. Anderson County's talented, and they're going to do it next Friday night. Go Vols! Thanks everyone for calling and watching. And hopefully next Friday night we're talking about our teams moving on and getting ready for the semifinals. Michael Hayes, Jonathan Cox, the Jones guys in the back, thank you all for all you do, and thank you Free Medical Clinic for providing this show.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. Did you get this? Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than fresh comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
Pat Ryan here with Kathy May Martin. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate, then make the right play call and contact Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs. Kathy's 30-plus years of knowledge and experience gives her clients the competitive edge. You know, like me on game day. Kick is up and it's good. Kathy May Martin for all your real estate needs.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
On-Site Care, now located in Kingston, is accepting new patients. Nurse practitioner Candace Templeton has over 25 years of healthcare experience in offering management of chronic care conditions. On-Site Care offers free sports physicals for established patients. Plus, On-Site Care offers hormone replacement therapy with compounded pellets. On-Site Care accepts most major insurance plans and offers affordable self-pay options as well. Call 865-285-9588 to schedule an appointment at On-Site Care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.